And first out of the gate this week is going to be Breaking Rules, a LitRPG adventure, new game minus book number 3, written by Sarah Lynn. It is some pages, 610 pages, $4.99. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. And here's the author's description. Bloodwraith was a villain who hated adventurers until he found himself transferred into the body of one. Trapped without his magic, he discovered that alien beings were using his reality as a game, and he had just become a player. Teaming up with a glitched NPC and other adventurers, he has no choice but to learn the truth about himself and his world. The original adventurer may be defeated, but Bloodwraith and his allies have attracted the attention of the beings that control his world. They're coming in force, bringing both control of the system and bizarre alien powers. Bloodwraith will have no choice but to fight for his life while trying to understand the conflicts among the box gods. That battle will take him back to Cresthaven, to new cities entirely, through the most dangerous dungeon yet, and against opponents unlike any he's ever faced. So there we go. Actually pretty solid description of the story. This is a solid story. I've enjoyed everything that Sarah Lynn has written. I think the first book in the series is really good, and she's one of the breakout LitRPG authors of the year. I've said that many times. This one is probably my least favorite in the series, but that's mostly because of just some of the wand waviness that comes with the introduction of the box gods, that kind of plot in there. But still, very solid storytelling. It's an entertaining story still. And again, it introduces, I guess, some cyberpunkish kind of elements, since you have these outsiders from other dimensions with abilities to kind of break the game rules, which is always something that bugs me. But again, I think the author really struck a nice balance in the story between doing those elements, which are important for the overall storyline, the plotting for the series, but still making the RPG stuff matter in the story. And I think that's a really fine line to walk, because it's usually most of the stories I wrote that have these cyberpunk influences, they tend to lean towards the cyberpunk at the expense of making your game mechanics worthless, or like not really mattering. And in this particular instance, the author, I think, does a really fine job of keeping those game mechanics, those RPG mechanics, making them still matter, and making the RPG progression still matter, and being a reason to exist. So good job for you, Sarah Lynn. So good stuff there. There's also some nice dungeon diving, and this is kind of an end to that first story arc in the series. And I think it did well. So for me, it gets a score of 7.4 out of 10. That's Breaking Rules, a LitRPG adventure in the new Game Minus book series, book 3, with the score of 7.4 out of 10.